Vimal, tell me a little bit about the genesis of Mystic Solutions in 2006.
So that was post Katrina, right? And we had just kind of came out of three hotels, and now going up to the four hotels, and we had challenges with accounting, where there was a lot of errors coming up because of the night audit reports that comes out of the PMS system at the hotel levels. And so I was just trying to solve one problem with how we can just kind of eliminate this error and just kind of sort of automate these files. And so we started building something very basic where we capture the data from the night audit and then push it into our accounting system. And then so we developed that little small portion of that tool, and then we kind of took it from there, and then we just kind of kept building on it, whether we want to do this budget numbers and we do actual numbers, and then we want to see what if you're out of order rooms or comp rooms, or we want to see the market segment reports and the star reports and labor. And so we kind of ended up building the 7th version right now, which is sort of a lot of automation, very, very little manual data entry, and it kind of takes the data, gives you the dashboard with the problem information of each of the categories, and just tells you, okay, you need to go take care of it. So now you no longer have to look at the stack of papers or figure it out, because some hotel may not have a GM, some hotel may just have a FOM. So this kind of standardizes the process, and we've been using this for the long time at our company. And so now we just launched it, the Innrly, what I called it, is the last week, and we just want to say that will be very beneficial to all the hoteliers, because it built to the experience and solve the problem what we were facing at the ground level.
So good. That's what I was hoping for. So are you now looking to sell that to other hotels, or have you even started doing that yet?
Yeah.
So you're building a tech firm, right?
Right. Yeah.
So how are you going to have time to run that company and your hotels?
So I have a full team, right? Yeah. We have a full team that handles that part of it as well. But yeah, I mean that platform was built, and it makes no sense just to kind of keep it within our company. Spend so much time and resources behind it. So yeah, we are selling it to the hospital industries, and then we'll take in additional challenges that they were facing, and we'll add it to that. So it's more of a customized solution.
How many employees do you have at Mystic Solutions at this time?
So we have about the team in India. We have about 33.
So is that all developers?
There's developers. There's a QA. There's a mobile developers. There's a front end accounting as well that does all of our accounting, so forth.
So who's selling this? I mean, you've got to have somebody. Are you going to build out this company here in the States and actually, grow it into something where you've got, salespeople and customer success and all the other, things that when we think of tech firms have, right?
Yeah. So we have already relationship with the hospitality space that we already been using a lot of third parties for our other sources. So yeah, we're going to collaborate that in essence of that, because again, what if nothing else, if COVID has taught us that instead of having to incur a lot of the labor in Japan, is always great to collaborate and spread out. So that's exactly what we're going to do that, and we're going to collaborate that, and we're going to just sell it through that system.
Okay, so you're doing it through third-party sellers. Got it. Interesting. So why have you chosen to go that route rather than to build everything internally?
So I mean, a lot of the stuff is already built internally, so except the sales part of it.
And that's really what I'm getting after, right?
Yeah. So this and again, because the collaboration that we have, they're already part of the hospitality space. They already know the hotel industry. They're already in there. They already have the connections. They already have the know-hows. So we don't have to go out there and teach a new person how the software works. It makes life a lot easier when we're talking about what's the ADR and the rev part and the star report and index. They would already know about it. So that makes a lot easier in the hotelier lingo to talk to another hotelier, and makes life a lot easier. Yeah,
very, very interesting. That's fantastic. Yeah. So going back to the hotel industry, what would you say, if anything, and I have to imagine there's something kind of bugs you about your industry? What bothers you?
Right now, I think the biggest challenge is this franchisor relations. I think it has taken a little bit a bad time for the worse. I don't know if you saw this Marriott letter trying to back out of AHOA and not supporting the 12 fair franchising points. They're objecting to New Jersey laws for the fair franchising.
I did not see that.
Yeah, that's a very troublesome future that we are seeing in this space. So a lot of hoteliers, including ourselves, we are gearing towards multifamily, maybe storages, retails, and any other different businesses, and moving away from the franchisor business, or maybe even going after unique boutique hotels.
Right.
A lot of big players are doing that.
Right.
So that's the most challenging and troublesome part right now, that the 60% that boasted their revenue over the period of decades, now they're turning against them and making life difficult financially.
Why do you think that's happening?
It's great, right? At the end of the day, the stock prices, the CEOs, bonus structures, the plans, and creating those investors and the Wall Street and all that, right? At the end of the day, you already have the royalty coming in, you already have marketing fee coming in. Now you want to add on 10 different additional fees on that. Now from 10 and 12%, you're up to 18%. And then you have mandates and kickbacks from the other vendors and so forth. So where do you stop, right? It's gonna, we're gonna continue to. We have become an employee for this franchisor. That's what it's become.
Right. So franchisees, of course, have contracts, right? Franchise agreements. Yeah. Do you foresee, and it sounds like I'm hearing a little bit of that, not just you, but others franchisees finally saying, I need to get out of this contract and just, I've already got the hotel. Let me buy myself out of the contract and change the name of the hotel and just, do things differently.
Yeah, so it's very expensive to get out, right? So there's the liquidated damages associated with it, right? And so it all depends on case by case basis, how much that brand wants to work with you on the liquidated damages, and so it can be very expensive if you have 10 years left on a contract versus 2 or 3 years left on a contract, right? And then having to declutter all of the brand standards and so forth. So it's very expensive to get out. Plus, if you have a lender, you have to notify the lender, and if you're going independent, then the lender has to approve that as well. So there are a lot of nuances in that part of it. How you started off with what agreement did you execute with the franchisor? What loan documents did you sign up with the lender? And so it gets very complicated. It's a part if you are don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I have to imagine it must be. Do you have in the hotel business? Do you have an ideal client? An ideal customer?
No. So the client is very varies, and we realize. It's just sort of our business, more of like a retail, right? You see a lot of companies that goes in, but again, it's not consistent. Mm-hmm. So you get weekday, weekend, different clientele. Sometimes you get a group, sometimes you get this company because the work is going on, and they may take upon for 20, 30 days room. So it's kind of all varies. The ideal part would be that it's a corporate guest, right? If it's a corporate guest, those Monday through Thursday guests. They're very easy to take care of them, and it's one person in a room. Housekeeping is good. You don't have trouble at the front desk. They in and out, and it makes sense, right? So the ideal customer would be the corporate client. Yeah.
Carol Schultz here. Thanks for watching this excerpt from Authentically Successful. The conversation doesn't end there. So if you want to hear this episode in full and all my conversations with many other successful founders and CEOs, please visit verticalelevation.com/podcast.